I didn't realize until after I was sober for, I would say, maybe 4 years, that I was dimming my light with alcohol and drugs, as far as dimming the fact that I was an empath, because I was very sensitive at a young age. I've said it in other videos, and I didn't know that I was taking on the energy of other people, and I can basically interpret what's going on um, with them just from the energies that I feel. And as I think about it and study more and try to become more spiritual, I learned that I oftentimes would drink alcohol or do whatever I could get my hands on to basically lower myself to the energy frequency that was in the room, or who I was with, or who I was trying to relate to. I would just lower and kind of snuff it out so I couldn't feel anything. So that was one of the things that I noticed, that now being sober and trying to have more control of the energies that I take in and receive and how I process them, being sober helped me to learn how to do that effectively without being affected by other people and by their circumstances. I used to, and I guess this is a part of being an empath, I would go into a situation and I would feel negative energy coming off of whoever I was with at the time. And then instead of trying to change it, I would lower my vibration to meet them where they were at that time. This caused me a lot of discord, a lot of imbalance in my life, and I didn't know what was going on. I seriously didn't know that that is what I was doing at the time. It was such an automatic thing, and I also had an addictive personality as well. So it helped me to cope, even though it was in a negative way, in a negative environment that I was in. But it helped me to deal with that negativity and to kind of numb myself away from feeling. And that's something that I try to educate people, as far as when they're dealing with narcissism and narcissistic energies and people that are deceitful. You kind of go in that direction. They are attracted to your light. They can see the light that you can't see. You can see the darkness within them. Instinctively, you naturally want to brighten that darkness up. But when you don't have any control and you don't really know what's going on, you tend to assimilate to the darkness if you don't have any control over what is going on within your body and within your spirit. And I just realized that oftentimes that's what I would do. I would just get involved with these people and I would be gaslighted, and I would drink to even just to overcome that gaslighting so I wouldn't feel crazy. Because the gaslighting, as far as dealing with people that are deceitful and lying, you will get gaslighted and you will tend to think that you're going nuts. You'll think you're losing it. And just to drink and do what I did, it was all I could do to just survive, to just be without worrying. Even though in the back of my mind I knew something wasn't right. And it also fed into my codependency as well, because with me being codependent, at that time I didn't want to be alone. So I had a fear of being alone, a fear of what am I going to do without this person? Like, how am I going to survive without this person? That was one of the things that I had to come to terms with and come to accept myself and who I am and what I'm about. It took a lot of soul searching, took a lot of growth, took a lot of looking at my faults and examining my faults. And after examining my faults, I had to come to the acceptance of me not being perfect and not being the person that I should have been in the situations that I was in. A lot of times I actually became just a mean person, verbally abusive, physically abusive. I was all of that, just not knowing what to do next. And I can't use anything as far as a lot of people will use alcohol as an excuse for their behavior or for their actions. And I was well aware of what would happen if I partook in those things. And I had to also understand that at that time I was completely unstable, needed a lot of healing and a lot of growth. Like I said, it had to happen. And I had to just reevaluate and make an assessment of the situations that I was in, the situations that I was responsible for. And I had to take responsibility for the outcome of the situations that I was in. So after I evaluated and looked at everything and decided I was going to have to bite the bullet and grow up. And I had to also understand what was going on with me spiritually, and I had to understand what was going on with me frequency wise. I've always wanted to be a high frequency vibrational person, but I just didn't know how I was going to get there and get there organically and get there naturally without it being forced. But as the years went by, as far as with my sobriety, and the more I studied and the more I tried to just get in tune with myself naturally, I took things slow and things started opening up as far as emotions, frequencies started just rising. Everything started aligning within me, and I had to just accept it and embrace it. And sometimes I do have times where I will think about the past. I'll think about the what ifs. And what if I had never been involved with the people that I was involved with? What if I had been clean? I often wonder what type of person I will be. Would I be the person that I am now? Would I be farther in life than what I am now? And you shouldn't live your life with regrets, but sometimes you wonder, what could I have been? What would I have done? I did a lot of things as far as creativity and creatively by writing books and owning my own companies and different things like that, and publishing books and my own record publishing company, all of that stuff. But you often wonder. But I do thank my Creator for putting His arms around me and just really embracing me because at the rate that I was going, I don't know if I ever, without the creator, I don't know if I would really be here. It was a lot of close calls, a lot of things like I talk about in other videos that, I could have died, but I'm still here. And I'm here to share my stories with you all as far as with healing and dealing with narcissistic abuse and dealing with deceitfulness and dealing with alcoholism and drug abuse. I know I was put here for a reason, and I know that it was to share with you all. And I'm happy to do that. I'm very happy that I'm at this place where I'm comfortable enough to share and to help, and if I can possibly heal, that would be number one too. That's great. If I can just do that, just from you all listening to my stories and seeing where I came from and where I am today. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.